Well, you know, something strange. When I get stressed or upset about something, stuff's worrying me, I come out here and start piddling with scrap and stuff just to get me settled down. Today's kind of been a stressful day. I had a VA appointment today. This was my first time going. Well, not the first time I went. I enrolled with the VA. Should have done this years ago. And I misread the stuff they had sent me in the mail. I was supposed to go to orientation, which I didn't know they had such a thing as that for the VA. But I was supposed to be there at 8:30. It was starting at 9. And then when that was over at like 10:30, I was supposed to go over to the lab on the other side of the building and get my lab work done. But of course I did it backwards. I went to the lab at 5 minutes to 9. Got that done, took about 10 or 15 minutes. And then he said, you need to go around there to orientation. Aren't you on orientation? I said, I think so. He said, well, you need to get on around there. It's at building 201. So I went around there, and that's when I was supposed to have been there at 8:30 to get some preliminary paperwork done and stuff. And by then it was like 15 after 9, so the orientation had already started, and the lady handed me a pack of forms and stuff that I had to fill out. She said, just go on in there and find you a seat anywhere you want to sit, and fill these out and give them to James. That's the guy giving the orientation, before you leave. So I go in there to orientation, which is already well underway. About 15 or 16 people there. And I had to sit almost to the very rear. So with my hearing, my lousy hearing aid, I couldn't hear anything hardly. What I could hear, I couldn't understand. And lo and behold, I had forgotten my glasses, left them at home. So I couldn't read the forms to fill them out. And about 20 minutes after I was there, the guy that was giving the orientation, I guess he noticed I wasn't filling nothing out, and I wasn't really paying attention. And he come back there and he said, you're going to need to fill this out before you leave. I said, well, let me tell you this, I can't hear anything y'all say. I can hear it, but I can't understand it. And I don't have my glasses, so I can't see this stuff to fill it out. And he said, well, just after the orientation, just sit tight, and I'll help you do that. I felt like a turd pile then, you know. So I sat there almost another hour and a half on that orientation, and really fighting not going to sleep, because I couldn't hear anything, I couldn't tell anything, so there was nothing really to keep me alert and listening. But when it was over, he come back there and we got that stuff filled out, and he said if I had that kind of a problem, I should have brought somebody with me. I said, well, I wasn't really expecting like an orientation. I was expecting to see a doctor. He said, no, you don't see the doctor till the 24th. So, you know, the people's all nice there, you know. I mean, I can't complain about that. It's just not knowing what's going on. I should have brought my daughter. Had I really been thinking about it, and I, above all, should have brought my glasses. But I didn't do it. And people been on my case, said, well, you really should just stay with your doctor and blah, 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 and all that stuff, and why you won't leave your doctor. Well, I'm not getting any better with my doctor, and he sees me once in a blue moon. I'll go sometimes 3 times a month, but he doesn't see me. The nurse practitioner sees me, which I love that lady to death, you know, but that's neither here nor there. But they don't answer my questions, you know. They prescriptions for that, my leg and everything. They don't address my issues, you know. And I ask questions, and it's like it goes in one ear and out the other. They don't tell me nothing about my legs. They keep talking about, we need to get you to a dietitian. They never get me to a dietitian. We need to get you a better walker. They never get me a better walker. I've been hollering for 6 months for a thing to put my socks on with, so I don't have to get my daughter to put my socks on. And it's just bugged the crap out of me. Bugs the crap out of me. But they don't, it's my leg. You know what, I'm going to show you my leg. I don't like showing that to anybody. I'm going to show you all my, and you'll see what I'm talking about. They don't seem worried about it. I'm worried about it. You look at that leg, and you tell me. Now these are not blood scabs. They're just a scabby looking thing that comes up. It's like my leg will start leaking water, and then it scabs over like that, and that'll peel off, and I'll get some more. There might be some there I really can't see. But to me, that's something to be concerned. My left leg is not that bad. Matter of fact, it looks pretty clear now, but it's red. It's red and all that. And it burns. And the reason my socks is clipped like that is, there I go shaking again, doggone it. Let me stop that. I cut all my socks like that because I can't afford the diabetic socks. And that keeps it from getting too tight around my feet. People think I look pretty dorky like that, but I don't really give a rat's ass. I do what I gotta do for Russell. But it's and while I was showing you that, the doctor had prescribed me some, I'll hush in a minute. I'll talk in a minute. Let me get this thing. My doctor had prescribed some ointment, which was by prescription only, to rub on my legs twice a day. And that run out after a couple of months. He prescribed, I had 2 tubes of it. And I told him, I called him up and told him I was out of it. And I told them I needed that filled again, and they sent a prescription up, and it was for pills for something, and it wasn't for that. And I called them back, I told them again, and then she called in another prescription, and it was some other kind of pills. So I wasn't getting what I needed. That happened 3 times. I never did get. So now I'm rubbing a real high-grade lotion on my legs twice a day. But I worry, you know, I got a lot of grit about doing things with my health the way it is and me being as old as I am. But if I mess around here and lose a leg because of something like, and they haven't even told me, and I've asked several times, and I'm getting what it is, what's causing it, and all I get is that happens with diabetes. Well, I figured that. I mean, good grief. I know that's common sense. But they never tell me the name of it, what's the prognosis for it, or any of that stuff. And I'm just tired of it. My legs have been doing that now for a couple of years. And I hate to say this, but if I was to miss, I've already lost a toe. But I hate to say this, if I lose a leg or a foot, I don't know how I'd deal with that. I really don't. It's extremely, it's difficult now. But I don't want to be dead in the water, folks. And that's why I'm trying to keep a good frame of mind, you know, and keep busy. And I tell you the truth, my family don't really understand how I think anymore. It's just like my hearing. People get, at that orientation, I couldn't hear what they were saying up there. And I couldn't keep raising my hand and asking, huh, what? And they'd have to come back there and talk in my ear. And even at home, you know, I don't hear stuff when they tell me. I don't hear it exactly what I thought I heard. And when something comes up about something they told me and I didn't know they told me, it's like, well, we told you. You know, I can't help that I hear. You know, I don't. It's almost like people think that I choose not to hear, and I don't choose not to hear. I can't hear. I can hear noises a lot, but the only way I can watch TV or do anything on my computer where I need to hear the conversation stuff, I have to wear earphones. And that's the only, and when I got good earphones on like that, I can hear good and I can understand what's being said. But take them on, put this stupid ass hearing aid in, I can't hear. I mean, I hear birds right now, but I don't know where they're coming from, because I have about 85% hearing loss in my left ear. And I don't know what the percent is in my right. My left ear is really bad. But when I put them earphones on, I can hear some in this left ear, and I can hear in that ear, and it's so beautiful. It's like, God, I can hear what they're saying. And if I didn't wear earphones to watch TV, I get called down about they come in there. It's too loud. Turn it down. So, you know, I've got a battle going on here, and I'm not giving up. And I fully intend on making myself a little bit more self-sufficient by saving up enough money and getting me a darn little pickup truck where I can get out and do stuff, and the VA is going to get me a nice. Well, they're going to do some hearing tests on me, which, if you want to call it passing, I'll pass that with flying colors, because I can't hear. They do them different tones and stuff, and I have severe hearing loss. So I didn't mean to get started on this, but today's just been aggravating. And when I was sitting in that orientation and I couldn't hear that, and people were sitting there and shaking their heads at the guy like they knew exactly what was being said and everything. And I don't know squat. All I can see up there is some pictures, parts of pictures, because somebody's head was in the way. And I should have took my daughter with me. My grandson, usually when I go out and about a little bit, my oldest one, he'll go with me because he's loud. He's got a deep voice, and I can understand him, and he's loud. And but he's the one with cerebral palsy, and he can't understand a lot of what they're saying or what it's pertinent to or anything like that. And so for that reason, he wouldn't have been too helpful at that orientation with me. But he is when I go like to the bank or to the store and I have to turn something in or ask for something. He'll relay to me what they're saying. So I guess I'm thankful I got him. I'm thankful I'm with my family, my daughter. I've never not been without my family. And not by choice anyway. I'm without my wife. I'm without my son. They're both passed on. But it's starting to depress me a little bit, and I'm just wondering, I don't want to go back on that Prozac. So I'll see how I feel tomorrow. Meanwhile, I'm going to sit here and take some stuff apart. Maybe video a little of that. But I can always go talk to my friends and, listen to my YouTube friends and stuff. And that's been a big help. Really has. And I need to shut up because you get to see an old man cry here if I don't shut up and quit thinking about it. I'm going to turn this around to the project I'm working on. It is I guess I'm going to call it a toaster oven. We got one in the house. Got one in the house, and I'm going to start on the bottom. Some of this stuff looks like aluminum and stainless steel. I'll find out here in a minute. Yeah. Trash. Trash. Now, let's see what do I have here that comes loose next. I know one thing. Sometimes the worst cuts I've ever had with taking stuff apart has been on stuff like this. I swear, I believe I was looking at all my buckets of screws, and I bet you I've got 10 pounds of aluminum screws and probably 50 pounds of steel screws. Oh, that should come off of there. That, my friends, is shred, probably 2 pounds. Now, I see a transformer. Can y'all see that? This right here, that's the electric motor. That's an electric motor. So, yeah. I need to take that off. Easy peasy, what's holding that now? What is holding that? Let me get my nippers here. Oh. Get my nippers. Boy, that just pulled right off of there. Ouch. Hope y'all can see this. I've actually got a couple of these to take apart. Hey, that's the bell that you hear ringing when that thing's ready. I've heard that sound before. This is one of the older ones, I guess, because the newer ones they beat got that electronic sound. And yeah, that's the wires loose. Now, what is that turning? Oh, that motor seized up. one electric motor, some more scrap wire, and something holding this sucker on, and I don't know what it is. Oh, I know what it is. Tell me I didn't bring me a hammer. Maybe I can force it a little bit. There we go. Come on, fire. You be ornery with me. Peaceable steel. Alright, that can come off of there. Well, let me look inside that thing and see what's holding it. I can't see nothing in there because there's stuff all over the place. I do see some more screws and they're coming loose. Wait a minute, them's not screws. You know what? That's plastic or glass. That sounds like aluminum. Oh, right on my foot. But guess what? What? I have neuropathy and I can't feel something when it hits my foot. So I would have to look down there and see it before I knew if it broke or not. What you need, baby? If he's there anymore. That looks like aluminum. That's aluminum. I don't even have to put a magnet to that. Now, I'm assuming this is all steel. Let's see, that glass comes out of there. Or it should. Well, I'm going to leave that down there right now. That's all steel except for that glass. Now, That stuff's riveted on. Oh, I see what's holding that on. Actually, this is pretty simple to take loose. That's aluminum. That's aluminum. More wire. Yeah, it's copper. There's a lot of sharp edges on this thing. I wonder if that's aluminum. I'm going to go get my magnet. I didn't bring a magnet out here. Maybe I did. Is that a magnet? No, that ain't no magnet. Let me go get a magnet. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. That's steel. That's steel. That's steel. That's steel. Steel.
No, I'm right behind you. Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you.
What?
Nothing.
I can't hear you over there.
Nothing.
What was you saying, baby?
Nothing.
You didn't want to say anything?
I didn't say anything.
Okay, it sounded like you did. Maybe I was just hearing birds. Maybe I was just hearing birds. I don't want to get cut on this. Dadgummit. Shut them out. Well, guess what, folks? I done lost my magnet. Cord. You know who loves these? I guess I need to stop picking on Paul. Paul loves to snip cord. Of course I do too. If I can't get the item, I'll snip the cord if it's there. Most of the time I take the whole ball of wax, but yeah, this adds up. Now, this hole, well, I still want to get that motor off there. Still want to get that motor off of there. And why is it not coming off of there? I don't know. What happened to my screwdriver? On the ground. I need to stand up and do this. Oh. I don't know what. I don't have my electric out here, so I can't cut it out. But I will. All I want is this piece with it. Wish I had my hammer around here and me go and get it. Well, I can do it this way. I'm having trouble getting that off. I don't want to get out and go get my hammer, so what I'm doing, I'm cutting the copper around that thing. There we go. See that copper? I know it's a lot of hassle just to get that little bit of copper, but guess what? I'm going to get it. Come on, copper. It's like mining for gold dust. I wish copper was magnetic. hard now. I guess if anybody had any doubts about me being a micro scrapper, this ought to prove it. This for sure ought to prove it. Beautiful stuff. You know, other than the fact that gold's worth more an ounce than copper is, I think copper's a whole lot prettier than gold. The only reason people like gold is because it's valuable. I would a whole lot rather You know, it just occurred to me, my introduction, I've got to change my introduction. I've been still running the same introduction I was using for wood dauber, and I'm now junk dauber. I think I'm going to have to change that tomorrow, make me up one. Okay. What do you think? Isn't that beautiful? Copper's got a smell. I didn't know that. Never paid any attention. But now I got this little piece here that's got some stuff. Got to get it off. Now if I was able to got this thing loose, I would have took the copper off the same way, except I would have had it in a vise. There you go, fellas. Now that whole thing can go in the scrap. There's my magnet. And that piece I thought was aluminum. It's not aluminum. There it goes. Well, I got a little bit of wire. I got a cord. I got some thread. And I got a motor. That'll be sold as a motor iron. I never have took one of them apart before. I may, just for the hell of it, I may take one apart. Well, there's some brass on the end of that thing. I wonder how hard that is to get off. Let's just see. Not hard at all. That was very easy. That was very easy. I think I may just scrap that thing tomorrow. Put this copper in here with my batteries. I got a bunch of batteries I'm saving to recycle. Put that in there. Put that in there. Now, put 2 pieces of brass in there. Let's see, is this metal or what is that? I'm assuming that's going to be, you know what I think? I think that's stainless steel. Because it's not magnetic, and it dang sure ain't aluminum. Aluminum's not that strong on a little pipe. What the hell? That's a good little stainless steel tube. Got some stainless steel out of that too. Well, okay. I suppose that's going to be wrap this video up. Yeah. I needed that. I feel like I took some kind of drug or something. It got me over my mood. What about that? I guess micro scrapping calms my nerves. I never thought of it like that. That needs to go in there too. And that's steel. That needs to go in there. That needs to go there. And I wonder what time it is. I started carrying my, guess you could tell I got my bib overalls on. I like my overalls. I need to get 2 or 3 pairs. What was I going to do with this phone? Oh, I was going to see what time it was. It's 5:30. And this is Wednesday, and this is Survivor night. So I get to watch Survivor tonight, and this is going to be very interesting. There was one guy got booted off last week, but I was so glad he got booted. I did not like, well, I can't say I didn't like him. He's probably a good fellow, but you know, as one of the survivors, you know, you got your favorites and you got your least favorites, and he was one of my least favorites. And last season's Survivor, the one I liked the least, that sucker won it. I knew he would if they didn't get him voted out, but he kept finding them damn immunity idols. He sure did. He's a Marine. My sister-in-law will be here tomorrow from North Carolina. Her and the man's planning to move to Florida. They want to get away from North Carolina. Personally, I wished I was up back in North Carolina, but they're coming back. But she's coming up by herself. Her man had to stay there to feed the animals. I don't know what kind of animals she's got. We love that lady, though. She was my wife's youngest sister. She's the one that said me and my wife was riding across Ball Mountain to Franklin, North Carolina to get married. She sat back there and she was like 14, something like that. She chimed in there. When I get married, I sure hope I can find me somebody just like you. She don't say that now. She will find one just like me. And you know what? Her first marriage, she did. But that didn't work out. No, he won't like me at all. No. That boy was, wow. I don't know what was wrong with him, but he won't right. I'm so glad when she's done seeing him. Hi, Andy Bell. Anna Laura. Sure do love her. All right, I'm going in. Feels nice out here. I might sit out here a little while by myself. That means by myself, without you guys.